Right, let's continue. It's really nice and bright today. Actually, even it's raining, so I am filming in next day because I was waiting really as well for that cover to cool down. I really suggest you to be like extremely careful with turning around and taking that cover out of oven because it is extremely hot, and then like that we just leave to cool it down. So now it's nice and cool, and we can work on it. Right, this is inside. So I got them already pressing down for one signature. You can sew more if you want more signatures in. You can, in this one, like, you can sew two signatures in, but if you want more signatures in, then you will need a little bit wider that cover. Right, anyway, one signature, so I'm just pressing down just for that cover to get a cover feel, let's say. Right, our next step is gesso. We are going to take gesso, and mostly like I'm going to cover places most on a front cover. I'm not putting gesso on like that, like, you know, fully exposed cover, not exposed, fully open cover. I always do this way. Then I really know where exactly I want that gesso to go on a front cover, and where exactly I want or I don't want on a back. Right, gesso, and I always apply gesso with a spatula. I never use brush, sponge, fingers, no. I always use spatula. Why? Because it gives a little bit of texture as well. By fingers and a brush, I'm smearing it completely down. With spatula, I can, if I want to, I can make really nice texture. I'm using my own gesso. Recipes of gesso is everywhere. But I will be like giving that gesso recipe in my part 2. Right, and we just take and smear it down. I want really quite a nice coat of gesso on a front cover. I don't really know yet where I'm going to put picture, but I will decide then afterwards. And if I need some more gesso, I can add it later. Alright, to just gesso most of the cover. Right, and with gesso again, see how it is now. Very good example. Patch here, patch here, patch here, in a patches. That's not really what we want. Somewhere we want these patches to be bigger and to make like nice, and I'm looking for a word. Nice, and I lost a word. Hold together, not in patches, but then you have your eye to draw through that spot, not in a little small spots, and then your eye just can't really understand where to go, what to watch. Is like everywhere. But we are making an like dragging these spots together. So we are making one, at least what we do, we just, all these little spots are trying to drag together, to keep them together. That's the right word. That's the right thing I wanted to say. So we are not trying to patch it, you like you already saw, right, everywhere. You can do first, but then you have to look where you want to drag them together. And now look how nice it is now. Right, nice and smooth. Somewhere more, somewhere less. So this is as well a little bit, you know, of what's the name? I'm losing words today. So it looks really good. Oh, composition, yes, little bit of composition, because you know you have to make already start to make little bit of composition, where is bigger and where is little bit, and you know, to all that, like just so all that whiteness to come nicely together. So this is exactly what as well I wanted to tell you. Now we have to let it dry. I actually will turn back. I'm not like pressing down, just turning around. And I want to put a little bit on the back as well. I always put on the back less than on the front, just to, let's say, keep company to front cover. And I'm not really putting a lot this time. Right, and now again the same thing, right? It's like everywhere. I want to put more like here in the center where the closure is going to be. And then it goes slower on the side. Okay, something like that. And see, straight away you can see it is kind of little composition where it's just little bit, then is nice and more, and then it's little bit again. You know, your eye can really nicely capture that. Right, and then I can or dry with a dry tool, or let it to dry in the air, let the air dry. Right, okay, I think I will go over with heating tool a little bit, and then I will let it dry. And then we continue with decorating and grunging it up even more. Right, and now our cover is dry, and we can continue to decorate. So I'm folding in a half, and I am continue to decorate front cover. Front cover, I already I choose what I'm going to use. So not really, you know, to waste your time, because I think most of you have seen me decorating front covers and pages, but this time will be a little bit something new I just came up with. So that's I'm happy about that. So for a cover, I'm choosing very similar things as for a Grungy journal I was making. So that's cardboard. You need a little piece of cardboard. I'm using from my tea kettles, alright, because I like this actually smaller corrugated paper, not with large these waves, let's say. So piece of that, you are tearing it out like this, like it is not like straight cut, okay, with like irregular edges. That will be my main base. Then I'm having a dictionary page, but I'm not using painted one. I'm going to use this one. This is going to be like that. Then I'm using piece of rusted fabric. You can use any fabric you like, but because I'm going to use orange, I think in this one as well, you can use something orange maybe. It is up to you which colors you're going to use. Here as well, for me it would be black and orange. Like that. And then I'm going to use twisted rose. Again, how I'm making this, I will put in a part 2. And then look, I'm going to use this kind of picture. I knew this technique is nothing new. I just came up with this because in previous book I was using faux skin. I was making with vintage sewing pattern paper. But in this time, actually, I love this, is tea bags. Of course, you know you can glue tea bags on a picture. So, of course, I did that. And look how great this look. So, I will show you how I did this right now. So, what you will need is tea bags and a picture. So, I printed out pictures. I printed out the same picture. So, I was using this picture. And I teared it, because that base is, that corrugated paper is quite narrow, I really teared it out very close to her. And I printed it out just on as you can see, on white paper, you know, white print paper, nothing really, you know, magic. And now you need a mixture of PVA glue and water. Just little bit of water you are adding, but you have to be careful because with that water sometimes it goes too hard. You need like, I'm not using 50 to 50, I'm using a less water. So let's put this nice edge up there. And look already how great. This is even better. I might use this one. It really turns out nice. Right, no, I didn't tear any. There's some tea bags. Only thing is, you know, I'm trying to avoid that stitch or something to put on her face. You know, these like hard edges. So you put glue on picture, then you put tea bag, and then you glue it down again. So exactly the same as faux skin, just this time is tea bags. Look at that. Gorgeous. Really nice. Okay, I need some more. And do one more. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Shall I maybe zoom in a little bit? You can see better. Look how gorgeous it turned out. Alright, you can do this in journal pages as well. Great. Right, a little bit more glue. And what I will do, I will leave this tea bag hanging down there. I don't have to. I will put some glue on to stiffen it. And I will leave it like that. Yeah, I love this. I love these edges. This is gorgeous. So main point is to see her face, right? Rest is just, you know, really nice. What I'm going to do now? It's okay, we'll use this because that's dry and this is not. So what I'm doing, No, well, how can I need it off. Okay, you have to dry this. I will leave it to dry. I put on a paper. I will leave it to dry. I'm not going to dry because I have one already. So I will be using that. I just really wanted to show you how great that comes out. So now this is what I was. Okay, I have to zoom out. No. This is what I was using instead of foreskin, and I really love it. So yes, and I'm not tearing off this tea bag paper. I will leave it as it is, and actually I will glue it down with the same glue, and then I will go over once more to make it even stiffer. Yeah, that's what I will do. Will glue down, and then I will go over as well. Really, really nice. That's perfect. Yeah. Your face can see it nicely. Really good. Right. Okay, then we can start. Let's slowly. Then I will going to be using a little bit of crocheted kind of lace as well. So that's if you want to do exactly the same as I did. Okay, and let's glue down now, bit by bit, and see how this goes. I still want to do some cross stitching as well. So what's time? I'm just talking. Oh, okay. Okay. Come out. It's always like that, you know, when I... Come on. Oh, I love that. These tea bags. Right. So we glue down everything now in the right places. Make sure it sticks properly because it's gesso and fabric. You know, glue stick I don't think won't work. You will need them, you know, more. Something more to glue it down. I have on the side, but I'm just putting glue on. Right, let's have a look where I want that. Not to miss the right spot. A bit more up. Right. Maybe a bit more down. Yeah, I want this fabric to come up down here. Like to see all layers I want. Actually, I have to dry this. Right. Okay. I will go over quickly a little bit. Okay, just a little bit, you know, otherwise I'm not I want to be able to glue it down. Right, again, we are gluing down this. And then we are going to be doing cross stitching. So first we glue down everything. Then we do cross stitching. Then we do grunge, I think, and then we do some color. So we still have a lot of things to do. Like that. I wanted that lace. I wanted the under. Okay. Have to lift it up. I forgot about that. That. I wanted some lace. Yes, this can be in the right spot. Okay, I have to, I think, go and dry properly, otherwise I cannot press it down properly. Okay, I will dry and then I will come back. Right, now I dried, so I am back with already orange embroidery thread. Yes, some buttons as well. I'm going to use some buttons as well on the side. I'm going to use this rose. We have to grunge it up, yeah. And as well, as most of my work, I like to sew around black circle. This time I'm not going to stamp maybe anything on her face. As last time. Last time what I did, I stamped circle, then I cut it out and then I glued it on. It's not really stamped on her face, but anyway, because I wanted to put some strengths on be yourself, that's why I put that circle around her head. So not about that. So yes, I'm not pulling sewing machine in this time. I will just quickly sew around. Right, usually I do 3 rounds, like 3 circles around. I don't know why, but that look somehow for me works best. Some people do more, some people less, but I somehow, yeah, this 3 rounds around are fine. Okay, look already, I love it. So right, now what I want to do, I actually want to glue down this rose because I want to see what exactly I want to embroider. I will do that. Like that. Okay. Right, and now let's, yeah, probably I will do here Nothing particular, you know, no pattern or anything. You just do cross stitching. And as well, you know, don't worry about not perfect cross stitching. This is exactly what you need, not perfect, okay? So don't worry about that. Don't worry about right technique for cross stitching, I would say that. Last time I cross stitched and then I grunched it up, and I smeared all cross stitching, you hardly would see. So I don't want to do that this time, because we are going to grungy like last, to properly see where I want that grunge to go. Sometimes I grunge first, you know, there is no right or wrong, but this time I want to do afterwards. I love that picture, how it came out with the tea bag, really do. And as well, this is perfect coffee mixture for this cover. Why? Because I can and I can press it, I can embroider easily, more or less easily, let's say, not as easy as just, it allows to do some sewing, and it's hard enough to keep a cover in shape. Yeah, this is so nice. I think I'm struggling just because it's a little bit wet, so please make sure it's like dry. That was like drying and felt fine, don't you know? Never mind. In no particular order. Okay, just cross stitching. Is it my button? Yeah. Pulled it down. Just get my button. It's one. Where is another one? I lost the button. Oh no, here. Right. Right, what I'm thinking, yeah, I maybe come back in a minute when I'm done all stitching. Okay, because this is just, you know, very boring. I'm going to do stitching just down here and then a little bit here. Alright?